what is now Week in Review in World, or in World Week in Review, or something. The Inworld.
Yeah, there goes that wonderful music. It's that time of the day again. Well, that time of the month too. Here we are for another episode of Inworld Review, and we're very happy that you've been able to join us today. And we have two very special guests with us today. We have Sofee Supermarine sitting on my left, and I right beside her is Ted Jr. So I just like to say hello, Sofee. How are you today?
Hi there, I'm doing pretty good, thank you. And thank you for having us over here today on this special day being the 12th of April as well.
And I love your outfit. I love those pink pants, really nice. and Ted too, it's great to see you. How are you today?
Likewise, nice to see you all. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm happy to be here. Finally.
Finally, absolutely. Yeah. And obviously beside me on my right, I had two other wonderful co-hosts. First of all, Pet Love Pet Shop, and there she is sitting in a beautiful silk dress. How are you, Pet?
Hi, I'm fine, thanks, and happy to be here Thursday.
And also, of course, James, who's our tech guy. We couldn't be here without him. Hello, James, how are you?
Oh, thank you, Thursday. I'm really happy to be here. I'm really excited about my pinstripe suit. This is exciting. It's flashy.
Very elegant indeed. Yes. I think he's looking for a pay rise. People.
That's right. Mm-mm. That's right.
So obviously we're going to have a... Oh boy, will we?
To
dip into the savings. Oh boy. I'm really looking forward to getting into a wonderful interview with Sofee and Ted, you both live in Belgium, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, well, that's really exciting. Wonderful. So we're going to get into a wonderful conversation with them about the history of their life in OpenSim and all the different things that they are involved with on various different grids. And it's going to be a really exciting conversation. But first of all, I think James has lined up for us a quick look at the short we made this week of Hypergrid happenings. For Inworld Review, I'm Thursday Ember, and this is Hypergrid Happenings. It's a quick review of a few of the events that are going on in OpenSim this week. First up, on Saturday, the 11th of April, it's the air race on Pangaea Grid. This is Carsten Running Bear's cleverly scripted flying game. The contestants have been training for this for weeks, and they're all skilled flyers, so it'll be a lot of fun to watch them on the August Euler Flughafen region at 10 a.m. grid time. That's 8 p.m. European time. And on Sunday, it's the 5th birthday of Art Destiny Grid, and there'll be a big party with DJ Laura Destiny, who's also the grid owner, plus live music by singer-songwriter Moses Ray. It's all happening from 10 a.m. grid time on a dedicated sim called Art Destiny World. On Tuesday, why not attend the course being given in association with VWEC on the new Curiosity Grid? The Cool School teachers will be explaining how you can turn a GIF into an animated texture to use in World to make your builds even more fantastic. Join the class on Siren Sea region on Curiosity Grid at 10 a.m. grid time on Tuesday, April the 14th. Two other fun things to do that are available anytime. Why not go over to Dismayland, where all the scripts have been updated and improved, and the rides are even more scary, rude, and unforgettable than before. Well done, Spax Orion, for that upgrade. It's on Ozone Grid, which is spelled XOAOX. And this is a good time to mention that all the addresses for these events are written in the comments, so you can simply copy-paste them. And while you're looking at the comments, please feel free to leave a comment of your own or a like on this video if you enjoy what we're doing. Another event you can go to anytime. Don't miss the Easter egg hunt over on Mobius, an annual tradition. Cream is the bunny who needs your help to hunt for prizes all over the sim. You'll come away with some lovely goodies from one of OpenSim's most imaginative grids. The hunt is on Green Hill Zone and it's available until April the 22nd. All this plus another HG Safari trip this Wednesday at noon, where we'll be going to Out of This World Grid and to Pangaea. And don't, of course, miss this Sunday's edition of Inworld Review with Sofee and Ted right here on Inworld Review channel, broadcast live at 11 a.m. You can subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a thing. We'd love you to do that. And, of course, we all wish you a lovely week and lots of entertaining hypergrid happenings. Goodness knows how I managed to get to the end of that tongue twister. I apologize for messing up everybody's name.
You do really well.
Anyway, so that's a short. We try and do a short each week on the channel, which means that we promote events happening all over OpenSim. But this time we just wanted to go back and take a look at some of these things. First of all, I just wanted to point out that the Pangaea Air Race is not just Carsten who is responsible for this fantastic sim. It's actually Jason Flux, together with his wife Finya Flux. They did, Finya did the textures and Jason built all that wonderful mesh you see there. It's really fantastic. Plus Kitty Saracen, of course, helped out with some of the scripting there. And I went along yesterday when this event happened. There were about 10 of us there to participate. I didn't fly because reasons, as James could probably tell you.
Safari, we like to crash. We do like crashing.
I usually can't even take off.
Oh, it started, right.
But anyway, if you could do the track, I think in about a minute or so, then you really, it's very good. And there's all kinds of fun things. There's the fire to fly through and go around the cones. Anyway, it ended up with, I think Jason took first place. Carsten was second, and Laura Destiny, surprise, she came in third. I thought Marlon was I have my money on Marlon, but sadly he crashed. So,
operator error.
Maybe I should have not said anything.
Okay. Right.
I think it just made it worse for him. Anyway, so it was a really fun event. About 25 people showed up afterwards at the party. Which was probably good that there weren't too many people during the actual racing because there was no lag. But it was really fun to see so many people from so many different grids show up for the dance. And the track is very neat because there's a Zeppelin that flies you all the way around. It tells you all about the different parts of the track. There's actually 2 different circuits. So 2 people can be flying at the same time on 2 different circuits so they can't crash into each other. So it's really a fun place. And then another thing that was mentioned during the Hypergrid happenings was this event. I don't know if you guys know Counter Earth. Have you been there at all? I think so.
I don't think so.
It's the first time I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's a Gorian grid, and it's been around forever. A lot of the people who live there, they make stuff in Second Life where they sell it, but they have it for free in OpenSim. So it's got some lovely content. And they're Gorians, and they celebrate they follow the books. And so it's Enkara this week, a special festival. And so they had a 3-day event. Kinder Turian put this poster up, and I saw it and I had to go. And there was a lovely lady there called Angel Sable Kajira, and she was showing how using, I think it's based on a SATA farm system, but it's modified for their grid. And she was making candles, and she had the honey and the rope and all the bits and bobs. And she was explaining you can even make tapestries. Anyway, it's this wonderful, immersive, if you like role play, it's a fantastic place. And sometimes people say, oh no, because the women all have to be slaves or something. Not true at all. Everybody's really respectful and nice. I've only had very good experiences over there. They're lovely. Anyway, so you can see here.
It's complicated. Yeah, it does.
Exactly.
But they do such a good job of following rules when people really devote themselves to it,
I agree.
So it's amazing.
There's dedication in there. And I think for role play, if you don't have dedication, you have nothing.
Right.
You have to get into it.
Mhm.
Anyway, the whole grid is just beautiful. Anyway, and she was showing us how to do this. So I think today is the last day of the festival. So they'll be doing something later on about 6 o'clock, Second Life time. So next up is Dismayland. And I know you guys have all been there, haven't you?
Yeah, a couple times.
Mhm.
Have you not been insulted by those pigeons? I think they're pigeons. I always call them
Is
parrots.
that what they were?
I don't
They're
recall
very,
that.
anyways,
Right.
it's all
Wow.
fixed up now. And plus, the weird thing is, or the good thing is, that I went there and I had a mesh avatar and I had no problems at all. Because you remember in the past, you had to go there with a legacy avatar with no even hair or anything. Well, that seems to not be a problem now. So just gorgeous. Everything looks wonderful, works really well, very fast. Spax had kind of basically rebuilt his system, and so everything's working absolutely brilliantly. And my favorite ride, which is this one with the honeybees, I was glad to see that still there.
Oh,
That's my
okay.
absolute favorite.
I like the UFO
If you do
abduction.
die there,
Yeah.
yeah. Plus the cow being
The cow. Yep.
The cows always suffer.
I know. Poor cows.
it's not right.
It's
is
wrong.
it?
It's just wrong. Yeah.
Talk about milkshake.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
In a UFO, right?
And the good thing is, if you die, you go to the afterlife. So it's not a punishment because there's a whole bunch of other rides up there in the sky. And there's
Brilliant.
it's like a hidden part of the whole thing. So make sure you
wow.
live dangerously because then you get to do that.
Oh, I'm so averse to dying. I wouldn't have thought that,
No,
that
no,
was
go
something
for
to
it.
do.
When you're on
Okay.
Dismayland, just
All
go
right.
for
Here's your,
it. Throw
here's your
yourself
chance to
in.
get over that. Yeah.
Right.
And he's such a nice man. He's worked so hard at it. I think sometimes it's kind of rude, and people sometimes they worry, they feel, oh, I'm being insulted. It's supposed to be insulting, and it's supposed to be just fun and not take it too seriously. So definitely a good place to go and just let off some steam.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
and this is another thing. Jimmy Olsen, who you all know, I think.
Yep.
You must know. Wonderful Jimmy.
Yeah.
You remember we went to his Norge build in Norway a while. Do you remember being on that
I
bus?
do remember. Yeah, it was amazing. Yep.
Oh no, the bus was in Iceland. Sorry.
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. So
The ship was in Norg, I thought.
the ship was.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's rebuilt the whole sim again. So I just wanted to
Wow.
draw your attention to it, and a bunch of stuff from Meshi AI, and I think
Right.
Zen and Darrow also helped him out with some of this stuff. And he's built that wonderful place Polaria, which we visited on safari years ago with Seawas had made one of these. It's a place in the city of Tromsø. It's not really a museum, but it's an Arctic experience. It tells you explains to you the ecology of the Arctic. And it's this weird building that looks like a stack of dominoes or something.
Yeah,
But
behind
actually,
him, behind the statue.
yeah, but actually it's supposed to be an ice flow.
Oh, okay.
So it's a real life building. And so he's replicated it. And of course, there's a polar bear
Yep.
as well. So
nice.
that's looks really, if you've been there, don't think you've seen it all because there's more to see. Definitely worth revisiting.
Nice.
And lastly, is this Dream Grid invention, the new app by Bloom Peters, which is called Dream Grid Sidekick, because it's working together with Dream Grid. And I was wondering why she built it, and she said that she couldn't get Dream Grid to work even when she reinstalled everything. So she made an app that kind of kept things more stable for her, and so that the settings wouldn't change every time she did an upgrade.
Oh my goodness. She's released
So
so many
she's
updates to the
amazing.
music. Yeah, she's done the music releases. My goodness. Just goes on
That's
and
right.
on.
There's so much happening.
Yeah.
But she's saying that she's going to release this soon. It's not released yet, but she says it's stable for now. And the app is only about 1 megabyte, so it's not hugely big or anything to occupy your computer. So if you do use Dream Grid and you're looking for a way to maintain your settings every time you upgrade, this might be something interesting for you. the best way to get hold of that is she's going to put an announcement in OpenSim World or else in Discord. And there is actually a Winkstropia Discord group.
Yep.
And I'll put I guess we'll put the address of that or an invitation to that in the comments so that people can join that if they're interested in knowing more about it.
And this
So
can this be like a sim on a stick type setup also?
Yes, it's DreamGrid rather than Sim on a Stick, but yes, it's kind of a companion to that. So if you have DreamGrid and you're like, oh gosh, next time when I have to do the update, I'm going to lose all my settings. This is a way not to have that issue.
Big improvement. Wow.
Yeah. So this is just a little bit of the news that's happening around and about OpenSim in the last few days. And obviously there's always more stuff. So if you do have some news you'd like us to share with people, do contact us. You can get us on Facebook and Discord and so forth. We're always interested to know more. And how about you, James and Petlove? Have you got some news about OpenSim? You've been busy or you've been busy in real life? What's going on with you guys?
I've been busy in real life.
Yeah, me too.
Just day-to-day stuff. And it's all complaints, and I'm not going to go there.
Right.
But
we'll start the ranting.
I will say,
right.
I'll say hacked debit card. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, boy. Oh, my God.
I am dying. It's awful.
Right.
So that's why you come in World and you can forget all that stuff, right?
That's right.
Yeah, I'm doing my darndest, yeah. This too shall pass. That's my motto.
Right. Yeah, and I'm doing well for the most part. People probably know I'm getting ready to wrap up my career, and at the same time, the place I work is the program is being defunded because we work in an equity area in the United States, and that's a bad thing now.
That's a big no anymore.
So
you're not allowed to be nice.
You're not allowed to. That's right. So anyway, I'm just trying to wrap up a lot of things with that work and help people get on their way to new careers, and it keeps me jumping, keeps me busy.
Keeps you jumping, and then you come in here and it's a completely different pace.
Very different.
Yeah, other things keep them jumping.
and fun. Yeah, and it's fun here. So
At least it's fun, yeah.
Right.
Oh boy, it's so true. So yeah, again, let me welcome once again Sofee and Ted. We're so thrilled that you're on the show, and I think it's not the first time you've been on the show. I seem to remember, like about a year ago, you joined us as Dinkies. Is that correct?
Yes, as Dinkies. Yeah,
that was such a lovely show.
It was fun, right?
Yeah,
I watched it again the other day with our dear friend Tosha. Who's not been in World just recently, not doing so well with her health, but we're sending out lots of love to her and hope to see her again soon. So can I open the questions to both you and Ted, Sofee? You're oldies, if that's not a terrible word to use. You've been in OpenSim for as long as I can remember. I've seen you around on so many grids. Can you tell us what your thoughts are about the different grids you've been on over the years, and what's motivated you to be on multiple different grids?
Can I call a friend?
Yeah, phone a friend.
I recall, didn't we first meet on ZanGrid? I'm sure we did, back years and years ago.
ZanGrid was our second OpenSim days, wasn't it? We was on OzGrid first, then we went to ZanGrid. Inworld, then ZanGrid. Yes, ZanGrid would have been our third choice.
And then, of course, Digi. I've seen you guys on Digi.
Yeah, we're still on DigiWorld, just not very active as much.
And of course, AMV.
At the moment, we're on AMV. We have staff on AMV for the people listening out there. I see you.
Yep.
I am. What am I now? I'm a major events manager for the grid now. So I kind of
congratulations.
That's awesome.
Photography to videos now up to major events. So I'm organizing all the upcoming events for the grid, and Ted is working beside me, and I have a dream team that will create the scenes for all future projects and events for AMV itself.
Oh wow!
That's
Is that
wonderful.
is that graphic and in-world, objects and designs? I mean, you've got a lot of things going on that use different media.
For me, I do
Yeah.
the video side of things. I
Yeah.
have Zell Mist. I don't know if she's listening or watching, but she's the photographer for AMV, part of the dream team for me.
Wow.
So, because I have my own team, I got like Winter, Whisper, Zell, Ted. So I got builders and also the photographer as well for when I need. I do the video side and planning and arranging for all upcoming events. So it is a big job. So I understand where Cat comes from.
So complicated.
Yeah, can imagine.
But
Gosh.
so really, your experience of it's being on many grids, and now you've found your best home then on AMV grid. But do you see a benefit though of being on different grids and having kind of different possibilities
Yeah, I
to
think
do?
I think you learn as you go along, don't you? It's like you start from Osgrid, which is the basic from, because we were on Osgrid, I think a year after it opened. 16 years.
Oh wow.
16 years ago or something like that.
Wow.
And back then there was no voice, there was nothing. It was basic chat, and you learn. That's nice back then, compared to now, I think, because you learn in scripting, you're learning building, you're doing it all yourself, and then you build on through the grids, life you go. So from there to the next grid, you take what you learned from back then to the next grid, then you're learning again from that grid to the next grid until you find where you want to be or need to be.
Oh,
And that's right, and kind of spreading the risk as well,
Right.
because you have different places, different builds on different places, different inventories.
Yeah. Sophie,
And
did you
as soon as you learn how, I'm sorry, go ahead, James.
Well, I was just going to say, Sophie, do you have some photos? I've got the screen up and running now. Is this a time to start the photos behind us? I think it shows some of the building.
Well, I know. Basically, the photos I have here is for Ted when you start talking to Ted.
Okay, no problem. I wanted to check and not make it wait. So, sorry, Pet Love, I interrupted you.
No, it's all right. I was just going to make a comment about you get good at something, you learn something, you get it under your belt, and then you move on and you do the same thing over again with new things. And before you know it, you know a lot that you never thought you'd even dream about.
Yeah.
No,
it's the same as in real life, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I find when I do it over, I do it better.
That's true. And OpenSim is a bit of a village, isn't it? We keep running into friends. We move from grid to grid, and then maybe they have even a slightly different name or something. You say, "Oh, I wonder if that's the same person." And then a little bit of conversation. Oh yeah, you again.
Yeah, it's like one of the festivals, because we do like big festivals each year, like Winterfest, Summerfest, Autumnfest, and it's like, wow, I haven't seen you for 10 years, and now you say, it's like, wow, it's a small world.
Where you been? Yeah, it's pretty amazing. It's one of the good things about small communities that span the globe electronically.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And Petla, were you want to ask something about building?
I was just I was wondering about what you've had to learn in this iteration of your virtual life. I was wondering how much you've had to study new ways of doing the same thing, like, did you have to learn new programs? Are you using much of the AI assistants that are out there these days?
Is that for me, Pet Love?
Yes, it is.
Well, in the beginning, you didn't have mesh, it was more sculpties and boxes, prims. So we did the basic first, like everybody had to learn. And then, Blender came, or Maya, Autodesk Maya came. Photoshop was more better, 3D function came along, and then AI. But I don't do much with AI actually. Mostly when I'm building something, is still prims, but more 3D features. So the textures has to be right, the building has to be correct. If it's too big, it's too big. So they have
Yeah.
like, you know how it goes. So yeah, my like when I give classes, because I give also classes in prim building for 5 years already in AMV, and I must say, people who came to my class, they never thought they would could build in 19 weeks a full house in and out with roof and everything on a blueprint in 19 weeks, and
Nice.
scripting them and putting the scripts in, and door scripts, the whole window scripts, window tintable scripts, light scripts, everything what you could think of, fireplace, when they click on the button, the chimney smokes and the fire
Yeah,
lights up,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
and
How
they
about
did all this.
mm,
Yeah. And yeah, I'm happy that I can teach to the people what I could learn from. Well, I'm already 21 years in Second Life actually, and I have a very good close friend, and I call her my sister, and she taught me actually to build. And you're going to laugh. I had to wait for 6 months to put a prim on the floor, because she says, "You watch me what I'm doing, and you can only ask 3 questions before you go to bed." So 6 months.
Wow.
Yeah, for 6 months, and then she gave me a build. She says, "Look, this is a build from 800 prims, but we do not have much prims on the region." So yeah, Second Life had only 15,000 prims, so 800 prims for a building is too much. So can you reduce it for me? But it has to be showing the same. So she gave me that. So I went from 800 to 600. I was like, okay. She says, no, you can do better. And at the end, I had like 300, maybe 200, 250, 260 prims. She says, wow, now that's good. Thank you so much. She says, and then she says,
wow.
you ready? Yeah, you ready?
I'm watching
And
those pictures. Wow, those are some. This is all your builds, are they, Ted, in the pictures?
well, these are actually from my classes. This is actually done by my students. So we have the line.
Fantastic.
I have to see, I have to wait a little bit. I can't see which one it is. Yeah. So that's the line. Um, it's about, I don't know if you know, the line is in real life as well in Saudi
Sure.
Arabia. This is what I made. It's just like a
Oh,
little bit
goodness.
3D kind of style. That is what Winter made. I think this, oh yeah, Winter made that. And so you had to
Beautiful.
make a city in a city. So, but it's a wall. It's actually, I think it's 14 kilometers long, and I think it's like 150 meters high, and the people have to live there. So you have greenery, you have the trains, you have shops, you have anything you want. So my students could choose what they wanted to make. So everybody there thought about what they're going to make, but it's like 7 regions long, and then 7 different kinds of styles, how they see the future actually. Because when cities are getting bigger and full and packed, so they want to do it in Saudi Arabia. You can also look it up on YouTube, the line, and then you will see what it actually should be. So they have all the new water systems, actually green living, also packed, but more nicer and healthier than having all these cars in the city and stuff like that. So
Right,
that
and
is
no,
what,
no pollution. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, exactly. Clean air, stuff like that. And so that is what we try to bring with the students. They said, oh, yeah, that's a nice thing to do. So, yeah, so we did that last year. Uh,
It's,
so,
it
Good
yeah.
sounds like it
project.
could be a good university project.
Mm.
I could see a major university teaching architecture and healthy living and futuristic needs of people.
Well,
You know?
hmm Yeah,
This
yeah.
is so professional looking. It's awesome. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's how they see it, eh? So that's why
Mm-hmm.
every person, every student has a different. So like here, this is from Dave.
Mm-hmm.
He loves his music, he loves his builds, he loves his burgers and fries, his football. You know, he puts his
Oh,
own touch
oh,
on it. So yeah, he says we can't have nothing, eh? He says we need to have some football and UPS. You can see UPS. So it's so funny. It's music stores and stuff like that. And I
Brilliant.
like that because, like with Dave, he comes from so far and he builds like this. It's just amazing, you know, because in
Mm.
the beginning, if he needed to texture something, he textured the whole building. So, and now he's doing so good. Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
That's
nice, you
awesome.
know, when you see them all growing because I push them hard, my students, I push them hard because this is now the line and we started to doing the Lego blocks, you know, like when you see all the builds from Lego
Uh-huh.
and that is not finished yet. That's why we don't have pictures, but we are going to make normally. Well, it's in the make, but sometimes you need to push a little bit and you give them something else because Lego blocks is a lot of prims and details, and you have to you have to find the feeling for it. So as I always look, we're going to make one building, then we do something else, then we do another building. Same with Lego blocks, and bit by
Mm-hmm.
bit, and we're building it up like this. But this is the line. It's a very nice project, 7 regions long, and
Gosh.
yeah,
Wow.
You built
yeah, yeah.
a ship too, isn't? We did a safari there. I remember.
Yeah, the Aurora. Yeah, the
Yes.
Aurora. Yeah, that is built, I think 4, 5 years ago. Yes, we were with a team. This one, we did it with a team from 16 people. And
That's
Gosh.
such a great ship.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
so
And it
big.
And
was,
what teamwork. That's
Man.
like a lot of teamwork.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know? That's good.
And believe me, there are so many places in that ship that I still have to look where they are because some of these places really have to know where they are because Lucas now here says still 2 years, but it's already 4 years now. So
Yep.
uh, but yeah, it's very big.
Wow.
It's very big. It has. I think like 4 or 5 clubs inside, has a skating rink place to skate, jazz
Mm-hmm.
music, lots of music places, a restaurant, full equipped, everything, kitchens, everything, game room, bowling area, freebie stores, and then here the engine room. Yeah,
Wow.
the
Gosh.
engine room.
What's incredible is that all those features, but it's really not a laggy place at all. I mean,
No, no,
the
no.
last time I was there, I
No.
think was for Hogmanay when Clan did some
Yeah,
singing, and
yeah,
I arrived, everybody else was already there, and usually you expect to, it's going to take me a while to res here. No, not at all. Everything resed immediately.
yeah.
So
Excellent.
It's
well
all
done,
good.
you.
Yeah, it's good. And also, thanks to all the other helpers, because if you have to build it by yourself, it's not easy, but we had good help and everybody did their share on it. And yeah, yeah,
I have to
yeah.
also comment. This is just not something that we could do in Second Life. This would be enormous.
No.
No.
The fee for the regions to have this much space. Oh,
Yeah,
and
you have to
Although
think
there
objects.
was
it's,
a ship, wasn't there?
There
Back in the
this,
was.
day, I
Yeah, I remember
remember.
that.
mm,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
But
well,
this
the
is
ship is
big.
also three regions big,
Oh,
eh?
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Galaxy, the USS Galaxy, wasn't it?
Galaxy, that's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But
Yep.
this is even bigger
Yeah,
and
this
Mm-hmm.
way
is
more details, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
three regions big size is the ship, and then you have to think all the there are 13 levels. So
Oh God,
mm,
that's
mhm,
really something.
yeah. See,
Have
that's
you
like
ever?
it. Yeah.
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, that's okay, Pat. That's okay.
Okay. A thought maybe you could, for a final project, they would have to teach a class themselves, and that way you could spread it all over get more people trained in these building
yeah,
techniques and so on and so forth, just an idea.
yeah,
Oh, you mean the students should teach a class? Yeah, that's
Teach a small
interesting
class,
concept.
yeah,
Yeah.
like take what they've learned and spread it. Just it would spread, That's brilliant.
yeah. Yeah, they're
Because
all good. They have, what I like what is nice when you have the students. They have their own imaginations,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that is
Mhm.
good because then I think, from where do they get this? Because you do not think about this, but then you start laughing and they say,
Oh,
"Is it not good?" I said, "Yes, because I don't know where you got your inspiration from to make it like this."
wow.
Because
Mhm.
and so it's always nice to see that they have that.
Can I
Absolutely. And they
ask?
they didn't know it themselves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
One of the things I've always
Sorry,
been, I
James.
just really lost my mind about how clever you are. And that is when you do those scenes that, the international concert where there's like a
The
half an hour.
stages. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And
Yeah.
you don't just have like a backdrop with like a flag or something, just, the Canadian flag or something. There's a whole like expression of the country that forms the
Yeah.
backdrop for each of those. But how do you do that? It's extraordinary.
Well,
That's mm.
it's easy actually. I just ask the singer. I just ask a singer or the other artist from where they are. What are the main things that they have in their country? Because, like here, you see now the one from Cass, she's from America, so that's easy, like But like we had somebody from Thailand, I can't remember her name. Owi.
Oh yeah.
Owi Thai.
Uinanda.
Nanda, yeah. And I had everything ready. And I said, look, before we're going to say it's okay, I want you to come down and see if it's okay like this, because I don't know all the kinds what you have in Thailand, because I never went to Thailand. She says,
Sure.
okay. And she says, oh, those bills are wrong. Okay, no problem. I take the bills off. I said, do they have to be like this? Because I had two different kinds of buildings, because some they use this one, some, yes, these are the ones. I said, okay. So I changed. I don't have no problem. The artists have to be feeling good on the stage, like when you have Putri, you will see in a bit, or like Clan, we made a castle. You see it on the picture as well. We made a castle with Dave. He's a country guy. So I give him the country stage, things like that. So they have to be like now Joao, he's from Portugal, so I have the tram, the yellow tram, Kieran with her dancers. Something that you say, okay, that is this or that is that. Maven from Canada. See, you have then some
But the
snow.
thing that always
Maple
blows my
leaves,
mind is
yeah.
but it rests like and you're there, and there's a lot of people always at this event. Every time
Yeah.
I've gone, it's a full sim.
Yeah, we had
But the
around
thing just
55
rests
people.
immediately, and it's
Yeah.
only up for half an hour because each person only gets to sing for half an hour to try and
Yeah.
fit in as many
Oh
languages
my
as they can.
goodness.
And yet,
Wow.
you just do such a great job, and I'm just a huge fan. It's one of my favorite things that happens every year, and mostly
Yeah,
for those
yeah,
backgrounds.
the stages, they are about 100 prims, the stages. They're not heavy
No
primed.
way.
So,
Wow.
and yeah. And I'm not like you say, like I'm gonna say it like this. I do not like to use much scripts either. So I link the stage, and what I can link, I link, and then I put it in my Razor, because they are all working with the Razor, and it doesn't lag, so it's click and it's there. And some parts I can't link because they're like NPCs, because some of the artists, they want to have background singers or musicians, so I don't link them, so I click them meanwhile straight away. People do not notice. For me, it's hectic because they don't know. It goes so fast. But at that moment, for me, it's like, okay, and yeah, it goes good. And we also do, I do so mostly also the stages for the DJs in the morning breakfast show we have. and the late nights and the
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
some of them they make them as well. Then they say, "Ted, is this one okay?" And I said, "Yes, you can use that. That is good, nicely done. It's also good for the eyes. I don't like to have too much effects and lights flashing and stuff like that because some people, yeah, they have that disease that
Right.
they get.
Epilepsy,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seizures.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm,
So yeah,
yeah.
you have to think about all these things as well.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So you can't
So
get
true.
bored, Ted. You're never bored.
No, I'm never bored actually. They made me DJ management as well, manager as for all the DJs for the morning breakfast and the late nights and stuff like that. So I have a good team. I have good DJs. I'm still looking for DJs, but with this one, I want to say, if you want a DJ for AMV, feel free to contact me. Sorry, I have to say this because we're
No,
looking
it's all
for
right.
some great DJs, and yeah, maybe you will fit in our team. So yeah, we are neat. So and. And then here,
That's
yeah, that's
great.
the stages, what you see in the back. The other morning breakfast show stages. And
Mm-hmm.
like here's April Fool's. It's just it was during my set, by the way, in Sophie's. Uh,
Some of those look like
but
they're
these
in
are the
the welcome region at AMV.
yeah,
Yeah.
always, yeah,
Yeah.
always in the landing point, yeah,
Yep.
at the
Yep.
welcome. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
See. Yeah, and people like it, and the DJs like it. And if they say, Ted, I want to have another stage, and I ask them, what would you like? Yeah, I ask them, what would you like?
Oh.
This. Okay. And then I show them before we put it down. And if they say, I do not like it, can you change this or that? I would do that. It's because
Wow.
they need to have fun, when they're
Absolutely.
playing. So they have to have fun and they have to feel they need to feel comfy when
Mm-hmm.
they're doing their set. So yeah,
And
yeah,
valued. You make them feel valued.
yeah,
Like they're valuable, which they
yeah,
are, of course.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And then the
Yeah.
special stages
Mm-hmm.
with parties like St. Patrick's. You see this one
Holiday.
now.
Yeah.
Holidays. We have.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, there will be some great ones coming up. I didn't build those, but I guide them from the dream team from Sophie because with Sophie her uh, events thing, so we're working all together. And like this one was Honey, I Shrunk the Bunny. It was the 5th
That's
of
right.
April.
That's
Uh,
cute.
That's good.
yeah, it was amazing. People loved it, and so yeah, like we tried this. You see, Honey Shrunk the Bunny.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we had also great people came a lot of people we had coming the whole day actually because in the morning breakfast show we had as well the Easter party, and then we had 1 hour break and then we did this one. But yeah, I love building. You see that, and I like to teach the people. Doesn't matter what it is, if it's a script or if it's building or a texture or how you're making a sign like a 3D sign and mesh. I
Mm-hmm.
I help them out, and also for some other stuff, like, I don't know this or don't know that. They know I will help them anyway. So it doesn't
That's
have
the
to
thing.
be
It strikes.
people. Hmm?
But then that's the thing that strikes me about you, Ted. Sometimes we meet builders and they very kind of almost hermit-like. They just build and they don't really talk to too many people and they just make their thing, which is, that's a style of creativity. But you seem like your creativity is completely connected with the community, with being part of the community, not only teaching people, but making something that the consumer is going to enjoy, whether it's the DJ or the
Yeah.
people dancing. That seems like that's really important to you, to be part of the community, not just building on your own.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
no. Yeah, because I'm like this. If everybody's happy, then I'm happy, and the grid is happy too. I see it like this. If I can help somebody with something, then I'm happy. Then I say, look, I put somebody's smile on their face today. you know.
Oh, it's sweet. Yeah.
And
That's
sometimes
great.
it may be 4 times a day, sometimes maybe once a month, but it is what it is what it
It
is. But
happens. That's
yeah,
good. It
exactly.
happens. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's cool.
yeah,
Very cool. Well, it shows. It's all love and it all shows. It's
Yeah.
just beautiful. Every
yeah,
bit of it. Hmm.
yeah.
What do we?
This is
What do we see
yeah.
now?
That's Paris. It's at the creative landform. I made Paris, Cuba, Japan, Italy on there, and it's and Egypt, yeah.
And all
So
these
it's
lovely photos are by. Did you take the photos or did Sophie?
Sophie does that, yeah.
Ah,
I'm
there
not
you
so
go.
good one. I'm not so good
Oh.
making pictures. No, she does that like in Egypt we have it's like a living city. It's Rome, actually Rome and Egypt together. So yeah, it's fun.
Mm.
It's fun
Yeah.
to make, and it's a little bit of history, that we
It
Yeah.
can't.
looks realistic. There's
Yeah.
like a real nice realistic sheen to it all. It's awesome.
Mm, yeah,
Hmm.
try to. It's the
Yeah.
same thing like I say to my students when you're making a texture for flooring or like a bricks. Don't make it too big. You have to put your avatar's foot on the floor and then see how
Right.
big it is because
Hmm.
it's not it shouldn't be too big, then it's too big. It doesn't fit. It doesn't show good.
That is
So
so true. I used to film a lot of fashion shows in Second Life when I started out, and
mm,
the sets were always oversized. It was
Yeah,
awful. The proportions were so far off, and
mm,
that's
and
right.
people never understood that. They never fixed. They couldn't fix it. There was no time. But this is all beautiful. Really
Hmm.
nice
Really
work.
is.
Yeah.
yeah, that's the Italian place. Yeah. No, yeah, I try. This is
I
Hmm.
mean,
Japan.
it's a perfect combination of a really beautiful place and a really good photographer. And I think James, we
Hmm.
were going to ask Sophie a bit about her skills there because she really
Yeah,
is so skilled.
she is skilled for sure.
Well, sure, yeah. It's and this comes to where we have a lot in common. We've asked you, Sophie, to help with the Hypergrid International Expo, which was wonderful. And
I
I know you've been a videographer and writer for a long time, but maybe you can just tell us a little bit about blah 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 and about some of the videos that you've worked on, and a little bit of why it's important uh, to do it and record the people and places of Open Simulator.
blah blah blah. Well, at
Blah
the
blah
moment,
blah.
blah 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 is on hold.
Uh-huh.
I have so much.
No, really?
I have so much work. I have asked if people wanted to help me with the magazine because it's very hard to do it all on your own.
Hmm.
For every single month to get all the latest news, latest stores, whatever advertisement people want, it's hard to do when you're on your own. And the magazine has been running for many years now, since the
Yep.
18th of October 2021. So it's
Gosh.
a long time to do it on your own. I did start out with a team of people, but then the team decided to fade away and do their own things and their own grids and stuff. So
But
it
what
left
a
me
great archive of all these places. I'm looking at the
Yeah,
pictures,
yeah.
it's so beautiful.
at the front covers from each of the magazines.
Yeah.
And it's
I've
not like a magazine I would do with 10 pages. These are 50, 60, 70 pages long. They're so big.
Gosh.
It can be
Wow.
longer.
Yeah. Oh man.
But that's the thing with OpenSim. I did at the moment it was based in the end on AMV because I reached out to OpenSim. I made OpenSim groups and Discord groups for OpenSim, but I did not have many people come to me and I say, look, this is free publicity. If you would like me to advertise for you, if you like me to showcase for you, I have no issue with this. Come to me, I will then put you in a magazine. I had like a handful of people in 1 year, that was it. So then I went back to AMV, and because that's where the home grid is, I know more about that than I do other grids. It's just a pity because something like this can go far for other people, especially new grids that are just starting up. That's the thing, because I believe that the virtual worlds like OpenSim, it's just more than pixels and regions. They live in breathing communities, that are shaped with people in them, and what can I say? I can't force people to tell me their stories and give me their voices and creativity. It's a shame because I think the magazine could go far. Especially with grid owners or high up staff management from each grid to contribute what they want, like you guys do with your Inworld review and hypergrid news and stuff. You're getting the word out for free, and that can help people at the right time.
For sure. Yeah.
I think it's a wonderful magazine. I think you did a fantastic job, and I think it's a great template for other grids who want to. I mean, sometimes people want to do something that's hypergrid wide. That can be quite hard work. But it's nothing. There's nothing wrong. On Craft Grid, they have Caffeina, I think it's called, which is a magazine or a blog that's just about craft, and it's fascinating. So I love all these things. I think it's a great way to not only to get the word out now, but also to to make an archive of what people have done in the past, because then they can look back and say, oh wow, do you remember when such and such?
Yeah.
Wow. I do have to ask. Go ahead. Well, I was going to ask Sofee, how did you get the name blah blah blah?
You're gonna laugh, Ted.
Oh.
I said, I want to do a magazine in the beginning. I want to do a magazine. I want a team of people, and I want to go out and try and bring things together for OpenSim. And I said, but what would I come up with for a magazine name? I'm thinking, no, that's not catchy. That's not catchy. And then Ted goes, blah, blah, blah.
That's great.
I said,
okay.
That's wonderful.
But it's good to have magazines like this. Even if people are watching here and they're thinking, I want to start a magazine, I'm not sure, but just do it. You're capturing the moment. You got to think, if something happens to a grid, you still have that behind you. Like if a server shuts down, your sim or region resets itself and you lose things, you still have the magazine and the videos all behind you.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
100%. And the same goes for videos that you've made over the years. I'm sure that you feel the same way about that. Sometimes you're probably amazed when you look back and see how many different things you've made.
And how many mistakes, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really
Live and
do
learn.
But yeah.
Nobody here can relate to that statement.
No, what are you talking about?
But videos are good. It's just like a memory diary, when you upload it to the internet, then it can go far. I think you may have somebody who wants to start their own grid up, but they have no idea what to do. But then when they see a virtual video, okay, I get some ideas, because it's not just one area you're making a video of. I mean, I have video library, but it's on the AMV webpage. I cannot play that. But you can check the video at the AMV webpage itself and click on the video tabs. But mine are at the top lot. And then you got Orb. She used to be part of AMV. She did videos as well. And I think some other people did videos as well as you go lower to the bottom of the page, and I think videos are important.
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
Wonderful when you see people moving around. I love doing gifts for myself, and I love just it's different to just a photo. And when you see the people moving around and you remember that particular dance or that particular hike that we all went on safari, it really does bring it to life when you see the builds in movement too. It's brilliant.
Yeah, and I'm sharing the screen, Sofee, of the website with all of the videos that you shared. I won't play any videos, but just there are so many.
It's a catalogue of them there.
Yeah, we can
A
post
lot of
that
them.
link when we put it out on the when we publish the video. Yeah.
And also, it's good as well when somebody, I don't know how to say this politely, but when somebody passes away, you got memories that you can hold forever.
That's so true. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah,
Look at
we
the
feel that a
show.
lot with our friend Mal, of course.
Yeah.
Because we can go back and watch
Yeah.
some shows and have another chuckle with him, saying something funny or misunderstanding something.
Maybe hear the
Or
voice.
finally
Or us
figuring something out.
misunderstanding him.
Yeah.
So,
God.
so yeah, I totally get it.
Mm.
So I did want to ask you one last question, though, if that's all right. You two people who know a lot about the OpenSim community, and I wondered if what you consider to be the best about OpenSim, and maybe what's the worst thing that you've encountered in OpenSim over the years. And do you have any thoughts about that?
Okay, I will say first, and then Sophie can, because she's like thinking. Well, the best thing for me is because I met Sophie on virtual, almost yeah,
Wow.
19 years ago. So so that is my best thing. But also, second best one is to meet some amazing people for so many years, even the people that I don't know so long yet, but the people who are in our lives on virtual life and even in our real life, because some of those people from here from Open Sim World, they're also in our in our real life. So yes, I'm happy that I met them all and still be with them all and can be, and yeah. And the worst thing, well, I think everywhere there is something, sometimes something going on. I only want to say that be nice to each other, be kind. The real world is already bad enough, and
Yeah.
just make your virtual a better place for everybody.
I love that, Ted.
So
I love that. Yep.
yeah. That is what I want to say about that. So Sophie.
Yeah, because there's so much bullying and abuse that goes on in these virtual worlds, and this stuff needs to stop. It's not just one grid, another grid, or another grid. It happens behind doors, in all grids.
Sure.
I'm not going to finger point or anything. I'm just talking as in general. Like in virtual worlds, people come to connect and relax and be creative. But unfortunately, bullying and abuse, it happens, sadly to say. And whether it's negative comments to images taken out of form, harmful scripts given to other people to make them do really silly things, it all comes to abuse and bullying. And it really hurts the people who are being affected emotionally, but they stay quiet and that they are afraid to speak out.
Yeah, so they
Yeah.
definitely shouldn't be afraid. I agree with you. People should speak out if they're getting a problem. Let somebody who can do something about it know, and not be afraid, because all of us can be bullied and all of us can be bullies. It's just our choice to make sure neither role applies to ourselves. And I think Ted and Sophie, you two are both really good examples of being busy, because when you're busy, you don't have time to waste on nonsense like that. If you're busy, you
Exactly.
stay healthy. I don't know if you guys agree, James and Pet Love.
Oh,
Sure.
totally.
That's
right.
that's one way to keep it all at bay as much as possible. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can just set the example and turn your back when you can on the people that hopefully will grow up or maybe just go away if that's what it takes,
Well, and I like to
Well, I
count.
think-
But
I
it's
like to
human
count on
nature.
the community also to help with that. I mean, I think bullying can happen in isolation, when people are one-on-one, but when you're dealing with a community, there's more of a pressure to get along and to be kind. We work together.
And there are more people behind the person who needs the support
Right,
too.
right.
So that's also good.
Sometimes the abuser, maybe a cry out for help as well. depending on their mental status. You know, some people abuse people because either they've been abused when they're younger, they don't know how to treat people with kind manners or anything.
Right,
And maybe
that's true.
it's a psychological thing as well. But if a person now is listening to the show, like in a week, a year's time or something, they come across this show and they hear about bullying and abuse in the virtual worlds, don't be scared. Speak up, report the behavior, you know, from whoever is abusing or bullying you to a staff member or to your grid owner, and then you will get support there from your own grid team.
Mm-hmm.
That's a wise word, Sophie, and I really appreciate it. And I'd like to close the show on that thought because it's such an important thought. So I'd really like to thank everybody who's been on the show with us today and who's been watching and who'll be watching in the future too. Thank you all for being part of this. And first of all, I'd like to thank Pet Love for being here today.
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks for letting me be
And-
here. It's awesome.
And the lovely James
Oh, thank you. I'm happy to be here and I enjoyed doing this.
and Sophie.
Thank you for having us on here again. It's what you said, it was a year since we were last on here. It's the first year, isn't it?
It was.
Who knows
And
what's going
They
to
do
happen?
go fast, yeah.
And finally, Ted, thank you so much for coming. It's been a pleasure.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure as well, and nice to see you all again. Yeah.
So we'll see everybody again in a couple of weeks when we have the next Inworld review show. So please, if you haven't yet subscribed, do so. And if you'd like to leave us a like, we'd appreciate it. And any comments you have on the things that we've been talking about today. And this is the end of the show for this week, and see you again soon.
Ciao.